Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, and just over 2 years ago, on the 15th of May 2013, I did my very first ever AzChats video, which was on the potential to introduce Tri-Spec into the World of Warcraft. Well, 2 years later, not only is Tri-Spec not in the game, but I've managed to push the first AzChats video through to the 50th AzChats video, and that's just down to you. It's a testament to you people who watch my video and support my channel, and you pester me sometimes nicely, sometimes rather not nicely, into doing more AzChats videos. But I understand whichever way you try and pester me, it is done because you like the product. So thank you ever so much indeed. And if you are new to this channel or new to the video and have no idea what an AzChats video is, it's more of a podcasty type of a video as opposed to a visual video. However, there is eye candy on the screen for you to look at should you wish to remain stuck to your computer desk all through its performance. Otherwise, you can crank up the volume, leave the room, get on with something around the house with me still in earshot, as well as other shots, and you can get just as much benefit out of the video by doing it that way too. And because it is an AzChats video, it will contain fruity language, i.e. language of an adult nature. So if you are offended by such things, this is your opportunity to leave the room right now. Otherwise, I'll say words like fuck and bugger and stuff like that. Okay, so what is going to be the topic for today's video? A lot of you already know, but the topic of today's video is the fall of Ashran. Now, if you have followed my channel for some time, especially throughout the course of the Warlords of Draenor beta videos and going into the live videos, you will know that I've already done a couple of substantial videos on Ashran. One myself, during the beta, where I was pretty much saying, is Ashran any good? It was about half an hour long, and to be quite honest with you, it was half an hour of nope. It is not any good whatsoever. And then I did a team-up video with Danger Dolan, where we had conversation topic pieces, and we discussed whether or not Ashran was fun or fail in that video, and surprise, surprise, it was fail. So why did Ashran get into the situation that it's in? Because what I'm not going to do, I will bring up obviously certain points here and there, but what I'm not going to do is repeat myself from those two videos. You can go through my search engine on my video channel, find them, have a listen to them. But I'm going to try and make this as fresh and as unrehashed content as possible for people who have certainly been following my videos for a long time. But the key question is, how has Ashran got to this state? Especially from BlizzCON 2013, where things sounded absolutely fantastic. What brought down the fall of Ashran? And that is the crux of this argument. So to do that and to answer these questions, we've got to go back in time again, another couple of years. This time though, we're going to go to November of 2013, where Blizzard really decided to put the word con into BlizzCON, because when they announced Warlords of Draenor and all the features which they announced at that convention, let's just say the vast majority of what was named never came to pass. Or if it did come to pass into the game, then it was an absolute shell of what they had announced at BlizzCON, which A, is massively disturbing, and B, shouldn't even be allowed. Remember, BlizzCON is a pro-Blizzard function. People aren't turning up to BlizzCON to boo people from Blizzard Entertainment. They are coming to BlizzCON because they absolutely love the product which Blizzard does, whether it is the World of Warcraft, it is Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft, Diablo, etc, etc, etc. The Overwatch is going to be coming relatively soon. People are coming to support these games. They're coming to show their support and love for Blizzard Entertainment. So when Blizzard are giving announcements to audiences, they are giving them out to crowds which are expectant, excited, ready to believe, and are hanging literally on every word that comes out of a developer's mouth. It's not like the internet, is what I'm trying to say. Where Blizzard are always on the defensive, they always appear to be on the defensive, where they have to, well, whether or not they decide to field tough questions, that's a completely different kettle of fish, but where they are subjected to much, much tougher questioning and are laid accountable for their actions. At BlizzCon, it's more or less, not absolutely, but it's more or less, well, it wouldn't be absolutely if I fucking turned up, more or less a safe environment for them to showcase their products. So what happens when you actually do a really good announcement? Now, we've always known in the past, through previous BlizzCons, that when World of Warcraft expansions have been announced, not everything's come to pass. We can understand that. You know, we can appreciate if one or two features doesn't quite gel, doesn't quite work, and therefore has to be either redone, scrapped, something else takes its place. But BlizzCon 2013 was a complete step away from that. It wasn't one or two things. It was so many that it really became into the realms of bizarre. And it was as if, and I hesitated there because I want to try and pick my words carefully here. I don't want to end up slandering or anything. But it was if they just lied. Now, to me, if you are showcasing a product, an up-and-coming product, for your customer base, then what is coming out of your mouth better be 90-95% nailed on that you're going to do this. You know, it's got to be really, really almost cast iron. Like I said, you've got to have that little room for maneuver that if it doesn't quite work, fine. We tried, it failed, we push it to one side, we do something else. But with all the features that were announced at BlizzCon and hardly any of them coming to pass, being removed from the game, dubbed down, it was just bizarre. Like I said, it just utterly, utterly bizarre. But we're not going to go into other features about that. We've had other videos as regards to that. We need to focus on Ashran, and this is the PvP section of the Ashran event at BlizzCon. So, off the bat, when they announce it, it's a world PvP zone near to the Dark Portal. It's going to involve the Horde versus the Alliance, and there's going to be various areas on this map. Tom Chilton describes it as a PvP sandbox. Now, if you don't know what that means, sandbox area pretty much means, in layman's terms, I'm being very generalistic here, it's somewhere that you can go anywhere and do anything. You've got freedom of movement. You don't have to go through a linear progression per se to do what you want to do. You can pick to go to point A, you can pick to go to point D immediately from the bat. You have that freedom of choice, where to go, what to do. And a couple of direct quotes from Tom Chilton are, it's the timeless isle of PvP. Oh boy. And another one, he said that all the objectives in Ashran are PvP orientated. As you can clearly see on the screen right now, or if you're away from the screen, don't worry, by the fact that the area that I'm in, my objectives are to just kill NPCs. Kill 5 of those NPCs, kill 3 of those, kill 3 of those, kill 1 of those. In this short, small area. This is one of the massive issues that I have with Ashran. This is not a PvP zone. And in actual fact, it is as far from a PvP zone as you can possibly get. And I can bring in some further examples of this. All the areas are like this. I did hours and hours of filming today and only got bothered a couple of times by Horde players if I was in one of the objective areas. Otherwise, I was on the main pathway doing the main objective, in which case you could get a little bit of PvP done. I'll tell you what I mean by a little bit of PvP done later on. So in all these external areas, all I had were just PvE objectives. Kill that NPC, kill that NPC. And when I completed them, I'd get a big bundle of honor points. I'd get myself some gold for doing so. It had been done for the day. I'm already 4,000 honor capped with nothing really to spend honor on because the gear, I might as well be using my PvE gear. It's way better. I'm item level 489 than the the PvP basic stuff, which is 660, or even the epic stuff if I started to go for that with conquest points, still 660. So that's just by the by. You didn't need to know that. I just threw it in for shits and giggles. But this whole PvE aspect to Ashran is too overwhelming. The amount of NPCs in this zone are stupid. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. You can't piss 2 yards. You can't fart in one direction without hitting a fucking NPC somewhere along the line. And it's not as if it's just like 1 or 2 either. They're normally in clumps, and some of the clumps are all fucking elites. And then there's 3 elites there, and you just move 5 yards in the forward, and there's another 3 fucking elites there. And then, oh, wait, there's a fucking player coming towards me. I'm gonna get involved in some PV. Oh no, I can't because I'm still being fucking attacked by these NPCs. And then all the other NPCs, which keep fucking spawning back, start jumping all over your dick. And then the player who's coming towards you just goes, pancake, and twats you. Because you've just had NPCs all over your fucking arse. So any of the teams that is in the ascendancy, that's on the push, that have the NPCs spawning around them, they just drive you back all the fucking time. And where does this stop? Well, it stops when they get to your gate. When they get to your gate, and their NPCs have stopped spawning, and your NPCs take over. It's like the fucking garrison command table of PvP. You're just a fucking spectator half the time. You just stood there like, fucking hell. You know, just wait for the NPCs to push these guys outside of the base, and then, you know, maybe I'll pop out, throw a few dots on them, run back in again, protect myself. It's the garrison command table of fucking PvP, this. It's like sending followers off to do your own shite. It's just watching. This whole fucking expansion's one big voyeuristic porno. It's just watching. We watch followers do our PvE objectives. We watch NPCs do our PvP objectives and fight the opposition out of our base. Hell, you just stood there and you bump into your friend Larry, and Larry's going, "Alright, Az, what are you up to?" And I'm just like, "Oh, hi Larry, I've just been a PvE zone, killing all the NPCs there, getting myself a load of fragments, which I'm now handing into this bint over here, who's gonna summon a big NPC tree that's gonna fuck off out over that direction and twat everything that moves, and I'm just gonna stand behind it doing absolutely sweet fuck all in my PvP zone." It's fucking ridiculous, the amount of NPCs in this zone. It doesn't need to be halved. It doesn't need to be quartered. It needs to be like fucking 1/8, 10th, a 10th of them on the pitch. That's about it. But the problem is, and there's the real crux of the matter, the problem is, if they took those NPCs out, we'd see exactly how fucking barren the sandbox area is of actually anything objective-wise to do against your opposition. That's why it's saturated full of fucking elite NPCs which gate you at every opportunity that they can do. Because it doesn't matter if I go into the fucking lava zone and kill some Gron, or it doesn't matter if I go to the graveyard zone and I start killing some fucking spectral ogres, because when I complete the objective there, it does sweet fucking Fanny Adams to the main directive back over there at the enemy base. Right, I've just completed this objective, folks. What have I done to help the cause? Nothing, but you got yourself some honor points and about 30 gold, Az. Meanwhile, look at that tree fighting everything. Isn't it cool? That's fucking Ashran. And then, just when the tree's dead, and the big rock penis from the Horde side has died, and you're like, okay, Alright, Dukes are up now. Let's come on. Let's have a bit from the opposition. Bring it on. Whoosh! Off goes the fucking Frostworm. Whoosh! Off goes the Jade fucking Serpent. Whoosh! Off goes the huge fucking animals, knocking everything in the up in the air straight away. In comes Mr. fucking super-powered OP dick who's picked up the relic. Wah, 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 wah. And he's just like, oh my fucking god, am I actually going to get to engage anything? And then, because everybody understands this. It's not as if it's a fucking secret that they're keeping from anyone. Everybody knows what happens in Ashran. So when you get to the fucking gate waiting for them to come in, and then you see the red names because you got V active, and you can see them coming, and you get your spells ready, and you crack your knuckles, and you get your cooldowns, and you pop them, and in comes 68 fucking thousand hunter stampedes and armies of the dead! It's just NPCs! Because they know it's all gonna fucking, by the time you got rid of all this, then that's gonna be off cooldown. Fucking tree knobheads back in the game. Fucking stone penis is running up there again. Oh, wait a minute. No! Here comes King Dick Ogre to fight as well. And by the time all those fuckers have been dealt with, Stampede's off cooldown. Army of the Dead's off cooldown. Oh my god! It is just an NPC fuckfest! Okay, I'm fine. I've had a lie down. I've had something to drink. I've taken some medication. Everything's alright. Let's move on to the next point that put Ashran in a little bit of stuck at the very beginning. And it's the cross-realm technology. I love Tom Chilton. I really do. I think the guy's fantastic because I've never known anyone get in front of a mic and fuck up as much as he does. It's comedy gold whenever you stick it in his hand, and I'm literally rubbing them mine together like this thinking what absolute belter is he gonna come out with. And not only did he insult the PvP community when he said, have we got any PvPers here, and there's this big roar and he says, yeah, there's about 4 of you, and then he comes up with this cross-roam technology gag and he says, I'm guessing that some of you are on servers where the Horde to Alliance population ratio isn't so good. Tom, that's your fucking company's mistake, mate. That's your company, Blizzard Entertainment's fuck up right there. Don't be laughing at them. They're the good people that pay you money for your game, you fucking knobhead. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so he says, and he goes on to say, CRZ, cross-realm technology. I don't know what it stands for. I know it's meant to be cross-realm zones and all that, but I literally do not know what cross-realm does because, according to Tom, it's meant to bring people from other servers together. And he said, this is, you know, you're going to be worried that you're going to be outnumbered in Ashran. Well, don't, because cross-realm technology will kick in. And if your side starts to lose players, people start to leave from your team, it can actually draw in from other servers to keep your Ashran populated and make sure that it's an even fight. You're comedy gold, Tom. I have not been in a single solitary Ashran that is in any shape, way or form fair. I think in the hours that I filmed this morning, literally I filmed for about 3 hours of Ashran this morning. I think the highest number of people we had in our team was 25. And we were still outnumbered heavily by the Horde. You know, you just have to have 35 on the other team. Those 10 make a big difference. They can make the difference to push you right back. So the team who has the shortest number of players, the fewest number of players, is forever on the defensive. When you go into Ashran, do you normally see 500, 500 Horde and Alliance when it's talking about, you know, the kills at the top or however many more points or whatever? I don't even fucking know what's going on in this place for a start that pushes you through to the next level. No, you never do. You go there and one's on 100 or one's on 50 and the other team's on 800 or 900 or something like that, because one side is absolutely dominating the other side. It's like, the Horde's won this round. Everything's resetting. Is it? Why? I don't know. What's going on? I don't know. What are the rules of Ashran? They've never been explained, Blizzard. You've never made it fucking clear what's going on anyway. Okay, everything's resetting. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look, we're stuck back in our base immediately. Hey! That's what it is. There is no parity with the zones whatsoever. There is no parity with the factions at all. When people leave, we just lose them. They are never fucking replaced by anyone ever. It's like, we had 25. How many have we got now? 16. How many now? 12. Oh, well, those other zones better be kicking in right about now, eh, Blizzard? They're kicking in. No, we're down to 8 people. What the fuck? What the fuck? But you don't know. You don't know that it's 8 people. Because there's 8 people in your fucking raid that you started spamming. Invite me! Invite me! Invite me! Because for some fucking reason this zone doesn't put you in a raid together. That's coming in 6.2 just 8 months later. Invite me! Invite me! So you got these 8, 9 fucking people in the raid, and you got fucking Bob and AzChats, as you've seen already in the video, off in the fucking Gron area, just doing his little objectives. I'm just doing my objectives in this sandbox PvP area. You're not getting anything done! You're getting a few honor points and a couple of pieces of gold. Yep. But I'm PvPing. You're not! They're NPCs! I'm here in Ashran. Oh, I got 400 gold. I got 400 honor points. Off I go. Back to my garrison command table, and then I'm going to log out. You don't know what the friggin' fuckity foo-foo's going on in this fucking place. Who's where? What's going on? We need support in the front gate. Can't. Why not? Killing some NPCs for some fucking fragments. Harrison Jones is going to be fucking really happy with me. And then I thought to myself, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Ashran. I'm going to leave Ashran. I'm going to go back to my garrison. And I'm going to, when I'm in my garrison, I'm going to queue up for Ashran. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to queue up for Ashran and see how long it takes me to get thrown into the battleground. But you can't! What the fuck? You can't queue for Ashran. You can get in a pre-made group. You can go to the pre-made group and see if anyone's made one. But you cannot physically queue up outside of Ashran for Ashran. Like you can do with Arena. Like you can do with Battlegrounds. So if somebody's off fucking herbalizing in Gorgron for some reason, because, you know, they've run out of herbs to farm in the garrison or something, and they're just like, I would like to go to Ashran, I would if I could, but, you know, I've got business to do here. If only there was a fucking queuing system! Then I could actually start to do some herb picking here, put myself in the fucking queue for Ashran, that wouldn't have to involve CRZ fucking knobheads everywhere. And then he'll go, would you like to come play in Ashran? I know you're in Gorgron, but we're going to pop it up on your screen. If you don't accept in 45 seconds, then you can carry on and do what you want to do. And then you have a fucking decision to make then. But no, no, no. If you want to go into Ashran, you've got to fucking go there, drive a bus up the hillside into the actual event to trigger it saying, would you like to play? It's dumb! It's holding people potentially back that could be interested maybe in getting into Ashran, and just possibly, I don't fucking know, they might bolster the 8 fucking people that are currently being ass fucked by the 40 on the other side. No. Oh, I'm sorry to bring some fucking common sense into your fucked up piece of shit, Linker. No. Technical difficulties No! There's nothing wrong here at all. The only thing that's fucking wrong is the stupidity behind it. Look! Here I am, PvP tab, specific battlegrounds, pick one, any fucking one, bonus ones, skirmishes, 3v3s, random battlegrounds. Where can you queue for Ashran? You can't! Why? What is so fucking difficult about that? What is so fucking difficult about saying, do you know what might help alleviate the fucking massive differences between the two sides, giving other people options to come in wherever they are around the fucking world instead of turning up on the doorstep like a fucking Jehovah's Witness or the Avon fucking lady going, hello, would you like some help in Ashran today? Jesus, just put a fucking button in saying queue for Ashran. You did it for Winter's Grasp. You did it for fucking Tolbarad. What is so fucking hard about this? Is there like an intern in Blizzard that I actually need to phone up and thank? A little intern that's just like, you know, I'm actually going to keep the queuing up button off this because, you know, if they queued up and got in, they'd realise it's just fucking shit. So he's actually doing us a favour. Now you can technical difficulty me. Okay, so I've had a shiatsu massage, I've done some yoga, I've found that tranquil place. Let's see what other beauties we have in store for us. Build and command siege vehicles. Now, you've got to take into consideration, people, this is all at BlizzCON 2013. This is how they're presenting to the freaking world Ashran. After a year, well, an expansion's worth of fuckery with PvP. So, siege vehicles. And the way that they describe this is Ashran is very akin to Alterac Valley. That's how they're kind of... We'll get back to that. Trust me, we will get back to that. And just coming in, part of your experience could be, instead of just like going on the main campaign to assault the enemy's base, you can actually go off and start to gather resources from within the zone, in fucking imaginary resources, in the zone that you can bring back and start the construction of your siege vehicles. And when you have constructed, and the construction might take several days or so to do, the amount of resources that you'll need. So you might just like jump in for an hour or so, start to put some resources towards it, then go off, do something else, I don't know, go to work, go to school, whatnot. Come back the next day, throw some more resources at it. And then maybe 3 or 4 days down the line, you've hit your target and you can get in your siege vehicle and go and have a bit of this PvP sandbox fun. You can go around and maybe just use your siege vehicles to fuck up some of the opposition. Or we'll bring the next one straight into this. Reduce the enemy's base to rubble. You could have used your siege vehicle to assault the enemy stronghold, destroyed some towers maybe, destroyed some walls, maybe the towers had artillery cannons on them and such, smashed down the main gate, allowed your forces to filter in, overwhelm the enemy base. Oh, okay. Look, even Chris Metzen on the far right, he can't look at them. He's just like, oh my god, we're laying our fucking dicks off here. So we have to compare siege vehicles with a destructible base with what we have now. And what do we have in the current Ashran? Oh yeah. A fucking road! What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? You had siege vehicles, you had destructible buildings, you most likely had artillery cannons, which were trying to keep them at bay, and most likely be one of the only few things that could do considerable damage to them. And what do we get instead? The yellow brick fucking road with Dorothy the fucking Tin Man, the cowardly fucking lion, and I don't even know what the other penis was that was with them. We get absolutely nothing even resembling anything like that. And it sounded fun. I like the thought of turning up, start work on constructing a vehicle, go off, do some more work on my videos, come back the next day, stick a few more resources into my siege engine, and then going off, killing some players, smashing down the building. But oh no, no, we couldn't do any of that. We couldn't do any of that, so we brought you something even better. A fucking road! What is this? The Roman times? Oh, what, this is fucking Britain from the 1200s or whatever. And the fucking Romans are coming along and saying, hello, we're here to save you. We're going to build one big fucking road. And it should be called Ashran. What the friggity fuck? Seriously. Now let's bring back Alterac Valley. Fucking let's bring that motherfucker right back in. They aligned it. They put it on the same par as Alterac Valley. And I know that Alterac Valley of today isn't all that. You know, it's not what it used to be. And it's certainly not how it used to be back in vanilla TBC, etc. Nothing like that whatsoever. In my TBC days, I did get to see what Alterac Valley could be like. And trust me, I had some very long experiences in that game. And even in Wrath of the Lich King, when they made a few tweaks here and there to it, you could still have some substantial battles. But the one thing that AV has that this doesn't even begin to have is a fucking structure. And I know that Blizzard said that they didn't want Ashran to have any sort of a structure. But that, let me think, was fucking dumb! PvP without structure is chaos! And it's not even good chaos because there's nothing in the fucking zone that can actually drag you and draw you in! There's nothing like, oh, should we go over to the fucking Grun area? Kill fuck up some Gruns here, Larry. Aye, let's go fuck up some Gruns. Nobody fucking ever said that, ever. But when you're in Alterac Valley, you could be with your mates, go, Larry, right, we're off to Icewing Bunker. Icewing Bunker it is. We're going to fucking take it back now. We've got another 2 minutes before the flag goes. Right, we're off. Jane, coming with us. Sue, you're coming with us. Derek, come on, you're coming with us. That's 5 of us. Let's go. And that was the beauty of Alterac Valley. That was the fucking arsehole brilliance of it. That was the touching the places that shouldn't be touched, but when you touch them, you love it. That was what Alterac Valley was really good for, because it was fucking huge. It was really huge, but everything off the beaten track was fucking connected. Go to the mines. If you went to the mines, then it'd get you the resources for your soldiers. Kill players and loot players. They dropped armor scraps. Take them back to base. Bolster your forces. You have a tower that's taken. It's not taken immediately. It takes 5 minutes or so, whatever the timer may be. You've got time to launch a counter-offensive and get it back. It's structured, but at the same time, it gives you options and choices, and it still feels a little bit sandboxy, even in that sort of way, because you don't have to take it. You could say, right, fuck Icewing Bunker, fuck Belinda, we're going to go Galv, and then we're ploughing balls deep right to their base. And you make those choices, and those choices can be winners, they can be catastrophic and lose you the game. And that was the beauty of it. Siege vehicles, destructible base. Oh no, we can't do that. Let's give them something. Let's give them something else. A fucking road! The only thing in the zone which actually matters towards the objective is the yellow brick fucking road. How utterly wank is that? If you had to describe Ashran as an entity, like you could describe Warsong Gulch. What is Warsong Gulch as? Well, it's a battleground where you got to capture the enemy flag 3 times, but they can't have your flag active while you've got theirs trying to capture it. It must be secure at your base. Thank you. Describe Irathi Basin to me. There are 5 stronghold areas in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. There are 5 stronghold areas in the game. You've got to capture those flags in those areas, and then you've got to defend them. And if you can capture more, but you run the risk of having some taken away from you. Whoever has the most points at the end of the 15 minutes or whatever wins, unless you cross past the finishing line score anyway. Thank you. It's a determination of a battleground. Right, as describe Ashran to me. You walk up a fucking road! That is Ashran! You walk up a fucking road, there's some flags there apparently, but, you know, fuck them, because they don't really mean too much anyway. And then you walk into your enemy base and a bunch of NPCs fuck you up! That's Ashran! Relax, relax, cool wet grass, cool wet grass. So if I'm to sum up, and somebody meets me outside of the PvP room after BlizzCON 2013 and says, can you tell me about Ashran? Based on what Tom Chilton has just told me, it would go something like this. Sure, Larry. It's a PvP sandboxed area where all the objectives are PvP related. It's going to be kept balanced through CRZ based on who's leaving and coming into the zone. You'll also be able to construct your siege vehicles over multiple days should you wish to. And then once it has been completed, you can lay siege to the enemy base, destroying it and leaving it in a pile of rubble. And then I meet Larry today and he says, hey, haven't seen you since BlizzCon 2013. What's Ashran like now? And I say, oh, what it is, Larry, it's a fucking road that goes from one tiny base to another tiny base that has no objectives whatsoever that have anything to do with PvP, where you go to the enemy base, you're twatted out by a bunch of NPCs, there's a big tree, there's a big fucking rock monster, there's some guy from the opposition, always massively OP with a relic. Oh, and by the way, whoever has the most people fucking always wins! Because CRZ fucks up! It's absolutely nothing like it was described at BlizzCon. It was a fucking lie, just like most of BlizzCon 2013 with Warlords. This is why so many people are fucked off with the whole game right now. It's got nothing to do with Blizz bashing. That's just fucking bullshit. Whoever just labels you a Blizz basher is just an ignorant fucking prick that doesn't understand. We had a whole fucking BlizzCon that just spat lies at us. Spat lies at us. To get our interest peaked. To get us back to the game that was hemorrhaging subscribers in Mr. Pandaria. And then when we all came back, they went, fucking April Fools! It's all a fucking lie! No capital cities, no trophies, garrisons are all fucked up. PvP's completely fudged. Oh, Trial of the Tournament, no, gone. Trial of the Gladiator, gone. That's why everyone's so fucked off. It's nothing to do whatsoever with Blizz bashing or having a vendetta. It's about being lied to. It's about complete and utterly being lied to as a person that's paying money to a company to play the game that deserves and demands a little bit of fucking respect from these people. But of course, tomorrow, Saturday, we can't even put our questions, which are no doubt going to be cherry-picked anyway, to Ian Hazacostas because they've fucking postponed it now. It's going to be next Saturday because there's a Heroes of the fucking Storm event on and they don't want conflicting informations. They don't want to push their new product where they want every happy smiley faces to be up against the fucking disgruntled WoW community bashing on Ian for what the fuck's going on with the game. So why did Ashran fall? It's fucking easy because it never happened. The Ashran that was at BlizzCon was a myth. It never came to pass. So when it's not going to happen, when you're putting out what you've put out right now, how in the Jiminy fuck do you expect it not to be an absolute mess? When you get rid of all the cool features, PvP objectives only, gone. CRC balance, not even happening. Not even close to happening. Construction of siege vehicles. Even Storm Shield is a big middle finger to you because it's got a huge fucking base there where you were meant to construct your siege vehicle. And it's got siege vehicles. Are any of them in Ashran? Nope, just there for fucking show, folks. Destroy enemy bases? You can hardly get through the fucking door because of the NPCs. Utterly ridiculous. Ashran fell before the first day of Warlords of Draenor because it was nothing like what we had. It was just another capital city gone. Child of the Gladiator gone. It was just another fucking story for another time, for another place, for another freaking dimension. And what have we got coming in 6.2? Hey, it's got a mine underground, folks. It's got a mine! Chock full of fucking NPCs there as well. So while the 8 people from whichever team is outbalanced go down into the mine and say, yeah, let's see if we can get this relic weapon going. Oh, too late, because the fucking 40 have just run across the road at the top and taken the base. It's not going to change. Sticking different rewards in Ashran doesn't change it. Doesn't make it any better. Would you like to pay our pile of shit? No. Would you like to play our pile of shit if we gave you some more conquest points? No. Because it's still a pile of fucking shit. Why can't you understand? Stop trying to reward people for your shit content, and when they're not playing it, up the rewards in an effort to make that legitimize it. Make it fucking better. That's what you should have done. Oh, God. Even Tol Barad knew how to separate it. You had the hybrid PvP, PvE area, and Blizzard seemed to understand this as well. They're just like, right, there's going to be some daily quests. We weren't bothered about that because there was a daily quest cap, and we never ever felt burnt out because of that. And there was a daily quest cap, and we would go out into the Tol Barad area, and we would engage in PvE activities, but with the hope from Blizz that it would cause some PvP action. And then, when it was time to Tol Barad, the actual raid itself, the actual BG itself, that happened in another area completely. Where it was just fucking fighting and dealing with the objectives. And then whoever won held it for a certain amount of time, and they opened up the raid. Remember that as well? What a reward! When you win, you get rewarded by opening up the raid, which only you can do, and the other faction can't. That was proper rewarding. Not stupid fucking helicopters that take fragments back, or fucking frost worms freezing everyone down the path of fucking yellow brick roaddom. None of this bullshit. Legitimate PvP rewards and legitimate PvE, PvE hybrid areas. Separate, because that's how it should function. Because together, as we've seen from Ashran, it's a mess. And the reason why it's a mess is because it shouldn't have even been like this. Because at BlizzCON 2013, they announced something wholly different. Oi, oi, oi. So there we go. AzChats 50 comes to an eventual end, and I really hope you enjoyed the vid. And I need to say a huge thank you again to absolutely everyone that has not just supported me and my channel, but has supported the AzChats series. You've really enjoyed it. Don't worry, an AzChats 51 will be coming. There's absolutely no fear about that whatsoever. But I just want to take this moment to be as gracious as possibly can, because my series, my channel, can't operate without you. It can't. You're the people that keep subscribing and keep subscribing and keep watching and keep watching. And because you do that, I continue to do this. And I am so grateful. And from the bottom of my cold, shriveled heart, Thank you so much indeed. I really, really do. And I hope you enjoyed the vid. And if you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Those links are in the description down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.